Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another NTW 3 battle for you today. Of course we are, because we are in NTW 3 week, and we have a huge French army that is surrounded by a load of Russians in a town here. As we have artillery going off left, right, and center. There's some like very loud artillery, but yes, there's four. Well, I think there's 3 French corps and a Bavarian corps, I do believe. I may be wrong, but yeah, I think it's 3 French corps and a Bavarian, and all surrounded by loads of Russians. So this is going to make for one insane battle, I can tell you that. I was actually taking part in this battle with some members of my Discord. It was a really fun one, and yeah, it's quite chaotic, we'll put it like that. So yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy it. If you do remember to leave a like, subscribe from around here, and a comment to show your support. So I think there was some Bavarian camp that just disappeared into this forest, so hopefully the Russian players paying attention over here. But yeah, these are all like the Grand Army armies. I don't exactly know which corps we have. Well, I guess, yeah, the Bavarian one is technically a French corps, but it's like Bavarians that are like fighting for the French, basically. Because you got Rainier here, who's a French commander. And then you get like all of a sudden like loads of troops just all up here. Yeah, look at this. This is all Bavarian stuff that are fighting basically for the French. As we have, sounds like we've got cavalry coming in. There you go, Russian cavalry going in. They're going after some of these like Bavarian cavalry. So some Chevaliers versus Dragoons. I mean, the Chevaliers should really win that. Shouldn't win that, but they are looking like they're going to win it at the moment. The Russian Dragoons, yeah, there you go. Look at that. The Dragoons started so well off. But I guess because of this like musket fire from this like infantry unit here, maybe helped scare the Dragoons off. It's kind of really bizarre. Those Chevaliers certainly were losing that. But yes, I was playing as this Russian army over here. I have like just basically all this infantry. Got some grenadiers, got some cav up here, got some dragoons, got an artillery piece on a nice like little slope over here. Just able to look down and fire onto the French down here. So at the moment, I think I was just putting holes. At the moment, I'm just putting holes into this cuirassier unit back here. There's 120 cuirassiers. I do not really want to face that. So I was like, right, let's lower it as much as possible. I have a cuirassier unit here as well of my own, 112 men. I've got some more infantry here, just basically to stop any sort of a charge by like the French on this side to come and get my guns. And they started firing on my dragoons, so I was having none of that. But yeah, if you want to also join the Discord to get involved in some of the battles that we do on the like that go onto the channel, then the link is down below in the description. Or if you just want to join to get involved in some like Total War like chat and just chat to a good community, then feel free to do so as well. Everyone there is a real like great bunch of guys. As you can see, we're just waiting to see who's going to make the first move. Obviously, it's going to be the Russians who are going to make the first move. The French are surrounded. They have got to like defend this like little town. Basically, this army over here as well was kind of like my nearest ally, and they have just all grenadiers. They have so many grenadiers. It is insane. So I was like, well, we just need to get you close and into the fighting. Also, worryingly, most of our units can't form square. So that is also a real worry. Also, I'll just mention as well, this howitzer all the way over here, which has got a great position, I'll just say. It has a great position. Just fire like from this little ledge, it's on this little hill. It's actually firing currently at like French units here, but it can, and it was firing earlier at the cuirassiers all the way back here. This unit is now down to 85 men. We have like destroyed like the unit, really, just basically reduce it to nothing. I also believe that we have like, yeah, one of the Italian causes this. So we have like Napoleon stepson, who's like Bernahay or something like that. He's called or something like that. I can't remember exactly how you pronounce his name. But he's here as well. So I believe like one of the French corps is actually like made up of mainly Italians. But you can see these guns now move back. I don't really know why it moved back. It wasn't actually under fire. It was perfectly fine where it was. I was shooting at everything but the guns, because firing at guns apparently is just... It can work, but also can't. I mean, I also was seeing this like bit massive like assault column here, literally just outside this building. So I was like, right, we better focus that down. I suppose men ended up being constantly shot as well from the farmhouse. I don't really think they're like getting too many kills, so I wasn't really that worried. But it was kind of annoying. I won't lie. But yeah, as you can see, not much movement going on at the moment. There looks like cuirassiers. Oh no, this is the Dragoons here. The Italian Dragoons look like they were maybe about to do something. What's over there? Someone's routed. Oh, we actually have a 12 pounder routed here. I don't know how they got that one. Maybe. Oh, there was shit. There was a charge here. Did not realize that the Bavarians lost a gun here. It's a 12-pounder setup though. This is putting holes into the Russian lines currently. But yeah, we're just kind of waiting for the slow march of the Russians to come forward. So I might just fast forward ever so slightly as we wait. But yeah, this was I don't often play NTW3, but when I like saw like the forces in front of me here, I was kind of scared. I'm not gonna lie about how I was gonna deal with this. Also got like some Voltigeurs Swiss. I didn't even see them. Just chilling there. Got to keep an eye on that Chasseur Cheval there as well. Yeah, I was really worried. I mean, when everything just appeared in front of me, I was like, oh god, this is just not what I wanted. I do not want to face all these French. And like, there's a lot of French infantry over here that like I can do nothing about if they were aggressive and swung around. Like, the other Russian army is so far back. Like, this Russian army is like in two parts. It's like partly there. It's also partly over here. And they were basically, they set up a load of mines, so if anything like came through like these spots, they basically boxed in any sort of army that was going to spawn in here basically. And they got boxed in. But there's no French forces in there, as far as we're aware. There's well, there's some cavalry actually just appearing out there. There you go. And yeah, just like look at the masses on there. It looks horrendous. Looks horrendous. And there you go. We've got a cavalry charge coming in now. The Russians going in. Not quite sure what they're going for. I think they're going for an artillery piece. They are getting just basically overwhelmed and taken out by the Italian Chasseur Cheval. Yeah, it looks like the gun crew's done a runner. But I mean, it was never going to happen anyway. Look at all this line infantry just waiting here. It's all Italian line infantry just waiting. Just to like go out and charge. Like, waiting for the charge basically. And while that's all constantly going on, they are constantly getting bombarded by artillery. It is pretty horrific. But now we are making the push over here, as you can see. My line infantry is now making a move. I'm trying to basically... Oh, there's also another cavalry charge here. I didn't even realize. The Russians lost some cavalry here. And now I guess the French could countercharge. And they could go for this gun. But as you can see, Grenadiers kind of getting thrown in. Basically trying to force back the cavalry. I mean, they did actually... The artillery did just shoot some of their own Grenadiers. But that's fair enough. Now we've got some Dragoons over here. Some Dragoon Kharkov routing their Chevaliers, which are finally gone. They've like done a lot of damage. Probably too much damage, one may say. The line infantry fight is now starting to begin. Not something I can really hope to win. I'm just kind of basically distracting the French while my Grenadier ally makes a move. I'm playing as the Tomasov Corps. Who else do we have here? We have all sorts. We have Tolstoy, we have Bagration, and we have Tuchov. As the Russian corps anyway. And we got some, there's something oh, they've got some Russian cav here. We've got some Dragoons. Those Dragoons Kharkov went on. And they're now in amongst the Bavarian infantry here. And they are getting some nice kills. They're routing that unit as well. That's a bold charge. I mean, I guess you've got to be pretty bold if you want to assault this position as like a Russian. They're probably going to rout eventually. Looks like the 8-pounder's been killed off as well. Or certainly the crew's done a runner. Got some line infantry here, just holding on to the light infantry, I should say. And then here we go, yeah, so it looks like there's a push now going on out here. The Swiss now sending out their light infantry. I'm not really sure why they're doing that, but they're fair enough. Now, line battle continues. Very glorious. And yeah, all of a sudden, I think at some point, one of the French generals, like, or one of the French corps, like, drops. I think just because of like the sheer amount of units that were like all in the same spot. So like, yeah, you're now going to see like a mass movement by the French, unfortunately. So like, yeah, loads of the French start to like maneuver around, which is okay because they are still sort of holding their position in some areas. I mean, we're still up against it. The French are just a horrible faction to face. What's in that building then? The Swiss line infantry is not the worst thing in the world. They're actually getting kind of taken out at the moment. Oh, because they're outside the building. I didn't realize they decided to come out of the building. That's fair enough. Oudinot is now just standing here for some reason, just asking to be shot at. Over on the other side, as you can see, Russia's now making an offensive against Bavaria. Doing what he can with his line infantry. Hiding in these little bushes as well. Sounds like there's, oh, there's a cavalry fight going on here. These cuirassiers, this heavily bombarded cuirassier is just routed like a load of line infantry here. Which is a shame. And now they may be able to go after the other stuff here. Look at this. Going after the Jaegers if they want to. And they just like casually walked in. And then we've got some cuirassiers over here as well coming in. This one's been bombarded as well. We've now got Bavaria as well. They look like they're coming in for an R3 attack. That's not a bad idea. So artillery can't do much about that. 6-pounders probably going to get taken out as the cavalry comes flying on in. And there you go. Over here, you can see lots of units routing. I think that's just where the direction they decided to route in.
We've taken a building, sir.
And like that, I take the building. And we also have like started an assault over here. We've got grenadiers. My grenadier ally has started an attack here. The column of assault actually broke. 152 men it broke at. Kind of a bit of a shame. And there you go. In goes another charge for more grenadiers. There's lifeguard grenadiers as well. They routed the first unit. And they've still got to fight these other ones. These are big line infantry. They're not necessarily good. Like I said, 235. They're not necessarily good. They're just like, it's just a lot of them. It's a Royal Guard Italian unit here, dragoons. Did not even realize that. But yeah, we're now really able to push into the village with the grenadiers on this side. So we're making a decent amount of headway over here. Over here, Russia's still having a bit of a struggle. This cuirassier fight's still raging on. Looks like the French are going to lose looking at morale. Oh, I don't know. The Russians have all of a sudden just dropped in morale. And the Russians broke instead. Wow, I'm kind of surprised. The French would like, look at them. Only 37 of them left. They just, well, okay, they're fairly even in numbers. I don't think they're going to last much longer. The Russians are forming square over here, which is a good precaution. Seems like the Russians are still getting forced back over in this corner. They've also been broken here by some Royal Guard Italian dragoons that we just saw earlier. They just routed the lifeguard grenadiers, I think. Yeah, they just did. Wow. There's more grenadiers ready here, though. Look at this. Look at all the hordes of French here. Look at the hordes of French that's still ready to be mobilized. There's so many. And there's plenty of Bavarians as well. French cavalry out here. I don't know. I think this is just Cheval. I'm not quite sure what it really went for. I think it maybe just went to try and like break out of here. Not really sure, but it's routed anyway. And now there's a push coming up this hill. You can see Italian line infantry coming up this hill. They're going to try and they're going to take the aggressive offensive position, and I'm just going to mobilize my cuirassiers. Now's the time to mobilize these guys and show my hand. These guys can't form square either, these Italians, so now is the time to do something about it. I mean, this unit can, but we won't engage there then. Got my light infantry down here. They're just shooting at routing troops at the moment. I will admit my micro probably was not as great as it could be in this one. And here as well, they've still got loads. Look at this massive melee fight going on. I feel like this is my line infantry as well, actually, now I'm engaged here. Yeah, we're starting to get slightly overwhelmed. I actually have plenty of line infantry here. There's so much going on. Absolute mess. Over here, the Russians still having a line battle. And there's a massive cavalry fight going on over here. Lots of more cuirassiers going in. Got some more Bavarian cav just coming out of the woodwork. Don't know if they're going to beat the cuirassiers though. Chevaliers and a Jaeger cav, I think that is. Like some sort of Jaeger cav. There's also infantry in here. We've got Italian infantry in here, which is not a bad sight. And here comes my cuirassiers. They just run down the hill. And they routed all the Italian infantry here. They're now going for the guns. Just get rid of these 12-pounders that have just been harassing my position. I had no idea where these guys were, and they're just constantly like firing up onto the hill, annoying my dragoons. And now, I mean, they can go for these Jaeger carabiners there. Those are probably easy to take out. What else we got here? They got more line infantry than form square. But certainly, this side over here for the French is starting to break and falter, mainly because it's made up of Italians. I mean, they look nice. They don't fight as great as some of their French allies. Over here, the French really throwing in a lot of stuff, though, as you can see. All that down there. Absolute mess. There's Swiss in there as well. We've still got plenty of reserves though. I've still got lots of like line infantry here. I think we've even got some like. There's also a grenadier here. I've still not sent my grenadiers in yet. I mean, they're not great grenadiers though. There's actually there's a musket fight going on here, or there was, yeah. Absolute mess. And we've got silent muskets again, which is always great. What are we dueling with here? We're dueling with Italians, so that's not the worst thing in the world. Over here, also got the Bavarians still fighting on in here. Russia's moving forward now, though. As you can see, Russia's coming forward. Gonna go and try and make some movement. What? Did some French cav just charge in there? Yeah, some chasseurs just charged in to some grenadiers. Not sure how great an idea that was. Over here, the grenadiers still fighting on hard. Fighting against Italians. I mean, they should probably win that fight. I love when the officer gets his, like, just his pistol out. It's just hilarious. Over here, my cuirasses have just about got out. I think they were getting heavily like fired upon. So I was like, right, get these guys out of here. And this other Russian army is now starting to arrive. The Tolstoy army is starting to arrive, which is always good to see. More fresh troops to send into the meat grinder. I think it's just mainly line infantry. Yeah, it's just all line infantry, which is fine. We're always happy to have more line infantry in the combat. And then, now I send forward my like infantry reserves. These guys are the ones that are up here defending the guns. The guns are pretty much redundant at this point. I'm sending in my dragoons as well, causing havoc, going after Bavarians over here, so that's always good to see. These Bavarians, none of them seem to be able to form squares, so they were kind of easy targets. Russia's made a storming the building over here, which the Bavarians are holding.
We have killed their general, sir.
General's died. Whose general died? Paranoid's general died. I don't know who he was playing as. Not quite sure which army he was playing as, but he's lost his general. He may be in the Italians, I think. Since that's where most of the Italians were, so I'm presuming he kept his general nearby. Maybe wrong. The Russians are doing what they do best, though, in the close quarters here. Just getting plenty of kills. Routing those Italian troops there. Bavarians ready though, they're ready behind. This is going to put some rounds into the Russians at close quarter, but the Russians aren't stopping. They're going in, I mean they're braking as they go in, but they're doing what they can. I mean, to be fair, there's still lots of French columns back here. Look at all these. This is all like Bavarian stuff as well.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
And we're starting to run out a little bit of momentum. The French still hold this area out here, as you can see. I still have my grenadiers that just set up here. I think I'm just putting rounds into them, just to try and like lower their morale. It's a pretty brutal volley going in there. French just getting knocked down at point blank range. And in they go. Yeah, this is still big units. I mean, that one routed pretty quickly. I think I've just because that one had like a volley put into it pretty quickly. Still got some dragoons alive. I need to use them pretty wisely. I'm actually pretty deep into the town. I'm actually at this this building here. Not quite sure what this French unit is shooting at. Maybe shooting at the flank of my infantry. I'm not really sure. And my cuirassiers are back there routing more stuff. Over here, the Russians still making pushes. Bagration's doing quite a good job. He's had to like fight quite a lot, and like surprisingly, the Bavarians are still holding here.
General,
another general's died. Where's that general then? Oh, that's Udanor's just charged out and tried to take on some line infantry. It just didn't all end well. That's fair enough. But yeah, surprisingly, the Bavarians are still holding here. I'm kind of surprised, even though they've got Russians in their back line. Jeez, the Russians are really deep. Grenadiers here, all the way in the back lines. Yeah, they got their line infantry. I do like the Bavarian look. Don't know why. Looks pretty nice.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
And there you go. These grenadiers in the back line are causing a bit of a stir now. They've still got infantry here. I think this is like maybe the army that just wasn't paying attention. Like was like one of the armies that dropped. But you can see we're now pushing in. Finally, we've taken this area. Look at the amount of bodies that there are around here. There's just so many. Russians marching over like they don't even care. So many French bodies and Russians, to be fair. Plenty of Russians dead here as well. I lost a lot of troops. What did I send into this building? Just some line infantry. Fair enough. I mean, we are kind of getting like, I didn't decide to take this building because my infantry's just kind of getting gunned down. So I was like, well, you can put it in the building and the French can come in and get me. And I mean, they're trying, but I mean, to be honest, it's not going to work. Try and get the Russians out of this building is going to be almost impossible.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
And yes, a glorious victory is probably soon to be ours. The Russians are looking a lot more healthy. I mean, you can see the French are very much like scattered around the map now. They actually got stuff all the way out here. How did they get stuff out here? Oh, they just rallied, I think. They're just rallying out here, and they're now just shooting my artillery from a pretty long way away. Why are you doing that? Idiots. Idiots. I do apologize. I don't know really why. Like it's all of a sudden like the gunfires just stop fire. Like the animations like stop giving the noise. But there you go. I don't know really what it is. We can look at this line formation in nice slow-mo. Looks pretty nice. Oh, look at the charge coming behind. These brave, brave Russians going in. These guys, they're going to fight for their Tsar, kill for him, do what they must. I mean, a rear charge from them probably will, yeah, there you go. See off them pretty quickly. More Russians over here. I feel like this, I'm not quite sure what happened here. Don't know if the replay just bugged or something, because I don't remember these guys just standing here, but maybe they did. Grenadiers just going in there. Curiosity's now coming in. These Curiosities as well done a really good job for me. They were like, only lost what, like 82 men, or only got like 82 men left or something like that. They've done a good job. They've stayed healthy basically most of the battle. There's still a few French units actually out here. They're like still fighting on, doing their bit. Who's this? This is some Confederation Rhine stuff, some Grenadiers here.
They must break.
These kind of look cool. Look at that! Look at that uniform. Like blue trousers, green tunics. It's kind of pretty cool. It's a Grenadier unit. Don't know what. And again, silent shooting. Another general died over here. I'm not quite sure. Like whose? Well, I know it's Chilio's, but I'm not quite sure which army he was commanding. Still plenty of French forces here as well. There's just a lot of melee fighting in this fight. It's just so. And there you go. A final general has been killed. Is that a general v general? Yeah, it was. Bagration was fighting the Bavarian general Saint-Cryer over there. So that's. There you go. General versus general. Russian general comes out on top. That's pretty impressive. Artillery's still going off, by the way. I just want to say this. Howitzer has not stopped firing from all the way over there. It's got insane range. Tuchkov did have some line infantry then. It's not much. As they, like, just quietly fire at us. I mean, that is basically the battle at this point. We're just kind of, like, routing, like, rallied units at this point.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
And the enemy's taking a building. Oh, they took that building over there. But yeah, this is kind of that was basically the battle. It was a pretty fast-paced one. It wasn't like well, it was gonna be because the French were just surrounded. Once you had started attacking like a portion of the French army, you faced the entire thing, basically. But yeah, it was a really fun one, as you can see. It's just like an absolute bloody battle, which is why I showed it off. You can see all the bodies down here. It's such a small area as well. There's so many there. Split again over here as well. Just lots and lots of bodies, lots of French. Cav dead there, along with Russians. So many dead. It was just a bloody surrounding battle. It was a really fun one though. I certainly enjoyed it. Oh god, so many bodies as well down there. Rip in peace to all those brave men that fought in this battle, and as you can see, we're just setting up our army just very neatly inside the city now. We just don't really have much for it to do. Just sending a few units. I think I'm sending my grenadiers, or some of my grenadiers, to go and deal with this this building over here. I don't even know what my artillery's firing at now. Oh yeah, I'm actually firing at the building. I'm going to just reduce it to nothing, I think was the idea. This is some pretty good artillery though. This is a horse artillery as well. You don't usually get 4 in artillery. There you go, artillery sets it off. We're gonna go have the artillery just... Gonna hear the artillery still firing, which is always nice. We'll just fast forward now, because I think this is like the only thing that's left, apart from like... There's like one annoying unit as well that's just like standing here, just shooting my my artillery, which is just kind of annoying. I should have just reset up my artillery, just limbered the artillery up and just angled it at the infantry. But instead, I just decided to just charge them because I thought, why not? It'll be funny. 23 guys bravely charge 80. They have better morale. There's always hope, and they haven't lost their general in comparison. And it looks like I might win. It looks like I might win. But I'm not so sure yet. Now the Russian morale just goes down. And they realize they had their like bit of adrenaline. And then they just go, oh my god, we're actually like fighting like 80 guys here. Why would we do this? It's just madness.
Our men are running,
yeah, we take the building again. Well, I just kind of bombarded the unit in there. And it didn't really take much to break them. But I broke, as did the French, so that's fine with me. It was kind of a small win in a way. And as you can see, got some Italian infantry just like rallied over here. I do kind of like their look though. They're like light blue. It looks really nice. But I think that's the final unit. I believe. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure this is the final unit. It's exhausted, concerned with casualties. I certainly would be as well. If you just seen what's happened in this village today. Absolute massacre. And what we got over here? We just got loads more Russian cav getting kills, I think. Racking up their kills a little bit. But yeah, so the final units over here is the French, Italian like allies. Doing their thing. Marching on forward. Just gun them down, Russia, gun them down. I'm sure they'll break pretty quickly. But yeah, it certainly was a fun one to play. Like I said, I don't play a lot of NTW3. My micro probably could have been better, but I kind of set myself up to just allow myself to do minimal micro when needed. Bagration's going to go in charge by the looks of it. That's a bold idea, but there you go. So back to silent muskets, it seems. As Bagration just comes flying on in. He's not actually been shot at yet. And there you go. The French break just like that. And that is the battle, I think. I think that's the final unit. And there you go, a victory for Russia. You don't often see like an allied victory on the channel. Often see a lot of French victories. But yeah, there you go. We actually did win as Russia. I was kind of doubtful that we were going to win because, well, like some of the French armies, as you can see, are massive. Probably bigger than ours. But we did what we can, and it did help that obviously like some of the players did drop, unfortunately. But it just made it quite interesting, to be fair. I think we were probably going to lose if none of the players had dropped. But yeah, I'd just like to say well done to well, not to myself, but to Johnny, to Sniper Smith, and Nash. They did a really good job. Basically, got me through the entire battle. It was really, really fun. Yeah, I was playing as Tomasov. I think Johnny was playing as Bagration. We got Sniper playing as Tolstoy, and Nash playing as Tuchkov with his grenadiers. Also, well done to I didn't do nothing. To Paranoid, to Flux, and to Chilio, all for like taking part. It was a really, really fun one. Surprisingly, the Bavarians got the most kills. Flux got like the next most kills. I think he unfortunately dropped, but he did get like quite a lot of kills with the Swiss and French and Swiss army. And then, yeah, that's pretty good. But yeah, I got some pretty decent kills. My artillery got 100 kills, which is not too bad. My Cuirassi's got 500 kills, which I was really pleased with myself. That I got that many kills with the Cuirassiers. Some of my line infantry even got 402 kills, which is pretty damn nice. It's a pretty decent line infantry unit. Getting in the thick of the fighting. My Dragoons are pretty well, getting 100 odd kills. Grenadiers did okay, 150. Yeah, some pretty good kills there. I mean, no surprise, I was having to fight just massive armies. I mean, I think I was fighting a bit of Flux and a bit of Paranoid, to be honest. But yeah, it was a really, really fun one. And I think I fought most of these armies, apart from, like, the Italian one. But yeah, it was a really fun one. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. I hope you guys are enjoying NTW 3 week. Let me know in the comments if there's any sort of like battles that you want to see. If you want to see more historical, more custom, let me know in the comments. And until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.